Top 10 tips of the IELTS General Writing Task 1. In this part of the test, you got 20 minutes to write a 150-word letter, which is nowadays an email. Tip number 1, practice a wide range of topics. When it comes to writing an email, there are a lot of different possible situations, and it's not enough to just work on one or two. So you could get something like writing to your teacher asking for a recommendation letter, or maybe there is a problem in the house and you need to write to your landlord for help, or there is a flight that you booked and now you need to change the date, so you need to write to the travel agent. It can also be something like inviting your friends to your birthday party. So there are lots of different topics that you need to find and practice. Tip number 2, read the instructions very carefully. So this is a big problem because a lot of candidates think that they know what the instruction is and they say, oh, we practiced this a lot, so we don't need it. But the reality is there is always a little bit of difference in every instruction. So if you don't read it carefully, the chance that you answer the questions incorrectly is very high. Tip number 3, formal or informal. Well, this is extremely important, and you can do this by analyzing the question very carefully. When you read the question, you need to decide which one it is. The reason for this is because the tone is different in formal and informal letters or emails. So it's very different when you write a letter to your boss or when you write a letter to your friend. Tip number 4, planning. This is vital for your writing. You need to dedicate at least 2 to 3 minutes to plan and outline what you're gonna write. Also, at the end of your writing, you need to spend around 2 minutes, let's say, to revise and see if there is any problem. Tip number 5, stick to the topic and don't go off topic. This is very common because when we are writing or even when we are speaking, we tend to go off topic. We are talking about something or we're writing about something, but then suddenly you're going off topic and you're talking about something else. Don't let that happen. Number 6, don't forget to cover all the 3 bullet points that you get. In IELTS Writing Task 1 General, normally you'll see between 3 to 4 bullet points, and sometimes the students don't cover all of them. But remember, it's very important. If you want to get a high score, you need to talk about every single bullet point. Number 7, find out exactly what the purpose or the theme of the letter is. This can be anything from registration, guidance, complaint, apology, invitation, thanking, reimbursement, and so on. Number 8, word count. This is very important. You need to write at least 150 words, but I suggest you write 160 words. And remember, if you write less than the minimum, you get a penalty. But if you write 200 words, you're not going to get extra points. So stay in the range. Number 9, the structure of the letter. This is by far the most important one. If you don't know how to structure your email or letter, you're not going to get a high score. So it's very important to know, okay, my letter has to have a starting point, first paragraph, things like salutation, depending on the type of the letter. Then you have to cover bullet point number 1, 2, 3. Then you have to have closing statement, your name on it, and so on. Well, in my IELTS courses, we talk about each one of these parts in detail because there's so many things that you need to know, and depending on what type of email you get, you're gonna have different things to do. And the last one, grammar, grammar, grammar. This is extremely important because if you want to get a band score 7 or higher, which means at least a C1 level, You need to be able to use a wide range of grammatical structures, or otherwise you're not going to be able to get it. Now it's your turn. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you have any other tips or if you have questions. Until next time,